Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan. I'm just your average thrifty bargain hunter turned full-time reseller. And recently I started documenting my journey here on YouTube, and I'm so glad to have you. Today we are doing a what sold video where I share with you 20 of my most recent sales across multiple different platforms. Today in particular, we're going to talk about Poshmark, eBay, and then I do have one Depop sale, thank goodness, to share with you. So if that sounds interesting, please do consider subscribing. And before we get into it, if you want to help my channel in the YouTube algorithm by leaving a comment, but you don't know what to comment, you can go ahead and leave this emoji. Okay, now let's get right into the sales. First, we're going to talk about Depop. Let me get my listings up. Also, if you are new here, I will put a picture of the platform in the corner somewhere at the bottom of the screen so we don't have to remember the whole time I chat about it. And I will put a photo of the item that I'm chatting about in case one, I didn't put it in a haul, or two, maybe you missed it. So like I said, we're going to start with Depop. This week I had 6 offers come in on Depop and only one person ended up paying, but this American Eagle vintage Y2K plaid strapless dress size 4 sold. It sold for $20 and I will make $18.58. So there was a payment fee of only $1.42. So I get most of that $20. So that's wonderful. Now we're going to jump into eBay. The first eBay sale I have is this Gentle Herd 100% cashmere hoodie, knit long sleeve in blue, size large. It sold for $40 and I will make $32. Then I sold this E.D. Michaels vintage 90s ditzy floral, micro floral maxi dress in navy, size 7/8. This sold for $27 and I will make $23. Then I sold a pair of Viore ripstop pants in light ash gray, size medium. They sold for $30 and I will make $24. eBay was definitely also by far my best performing platform this past week. I'll start mentioning that, I think, maybe in these videos, which platform performed the best for me. So obviously it's either going to be a race between Poshmark or eBay at this point, but hopefully Mercari and Depop can be up in there too. Okay, next eBay sale. Ralph Lauren merino wool cable knit belted cardigan sweater in olive, size large, extra large. This sold for $80 and I will make $54. Then I sold an Armani collection double-breasted suit jacket blazer in oat, size 6. This sold for $50 and I will make $37. Next eBay sale, Sundance Craftsberry embroidered top in eggplant linen blend, size medium. This sold for $35 and I will make $29. Then I sold a Shot vintage leather flyers jacket, flight jacket, 19 MS US made, size 47, size 42. It sold for $40 and typically I would look for a lot more for a vintage Shot flight jacket than $40, but this was like in the most well-loved condition it could be in and still be wearable. Like it was like very, very well worn and had quite a few flaws to it. So $40 I feel like was definitely a fair price. It sold for $40 and I will make $27. Next eBay sale, Sincerely Jules pleated midi skirt, faux leather in rich brown, size medium, new with tags. It sold for $37 and I will make $27. Patagonia Retro X fleece coat in nest brown, full zip, size large. This sold for $100 and I will make $80. Then this is a fun one. Henry Higgins vintage 70s metallic brocade double-breasted jacket, velvet trim. This sold for $38 and I will make $33. Last eBay sale I have to share is this All Saints long sleeve shirt in black tiger print button up, size large. This sold for $30 and I will make $24. And before we jump into Poshmark, I do want to ask, do you, if you're a seller on eBay, do you block buyers? Do you block users, potential people that could buy things from you? I feel like that's like kind of taboo for some people. Some people are like, I would never block someone, a potential customer, someone who could potentially spend their money with me. But I blocked someone this week on eBay, and when I was adding them to my blocked buyer list, if you don't know, you can Google eBay block a buyer and it will come up with that's the easiest way I know how to find it. That's what I do every time I want to block someone. I just Google eBay block a buyer and it brings up the little help tab and you can click on where it will bring up your list of blocked buyers. I asked ChatGPT how many users were in this, usernames were in this list, and copied and pasted my block buyer list. How many buyers do you think I've blocked on eBay? I've had my eBay account for a while. Let me see if I can tell you how long I've had my eBay account open. 2013. So I haven't been selling on eBay since 2013, but I have had an eBay account for quite some time. So in that time frame, how many buyers do you think I blocked? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I blocked 60 people with the person I blocked this week. And I will block you on eBay or Poshmark with a quickness. 60 people. I thought that was quite a bit, but anyway, if you're wondering, I blocked the person this week because they made me an offer on a t-shirt for $10 off my asking price, which of course that's a great, reasonable offer. I accepted it. And then 2 hours later, I get cancellation request, and the reason they wanted to cancel was order placed by mistake. Sorry, but I've never ordered anything off Poshmark or eBay by mistake. I never made an offer by mistake. So I don't have time for that. I'm sure on eBay, canceling an order like that, even though the buyer canceled it, it probably goes against me as a seller. Anyway. Okay, now we're going to get into Poshmark. First Poshmark sale I have to share. Untuck It Hemsworth wrinkle-free gray solid long sleeve button-up, new with tags, size large, tall. I feel like Untuck It a few years ago was a really great brand. It sold pretty quick, and for pretty good resale. The MSRP isn't like astronomical, but this was new with tags and only sold for $21. And I will make 14 of that 21. Next, Smart Wool Merino Wool Sport Moto Tight and Maroon, size medium. They sold for $25 and I will make 20. Then I sold an Anthropologie, the Odell's Tamerlan coveralls in moss green, size 6. They sold for $40 and I will make 32. And I sold this DVF Janine long sleeve wrap dress in black and gold sparkle, new with tag, size medium. It sold for $100 and I will make 80. Next Poshmark sale, J. Crew vintage 90s quarter zip fleece jacket, corduroy collar, black, size large. It sold for $25 and I will make 20. These are so cute. Levi's vintage 305 orange tab light wash jeans, kid size 7. They only sold for $12 and I will make 9, but they are so cute. Glad I could save it from the bins. Last Poshmark sale I have to share, DVF vintage cotton logo snap button minimalist shirt, lightweight, size small. This only sold for $10 and I will make 7, but I've had this for quite some time, so I am very happy to see it out of my inventory and off to a new home. And before I let you go, I do have a notebook and I want to chat with you about a few things for a second. So let me get my brains together. Hold on. Okay. So there is a new scam on Poshmark. I feel like this is literally going to be like a segment in every single one of these videos because we just are changing up slightly the scam every week. So last week it was a completely different font saying hello first and then using a completely different font to type out the entire comment. This week we are using regular font. We are not saying hello first, but we are kind of like making it, you'll see, I screenshot them so I can put them on the screen this time. We're kind of making it seem like we've already had a conversation with each other and they're like, oh, thank you so much for your time. Can you please send more photos of the item you're selling to my contact information in my bio? I will pay on the Poshmark app. I will check out on the Poshmark app. I will order on the Poshmark app. If you look closely, photos has a space in the word, so that's intentional. And I think it's important to note that I think a lot of people's responses to these scammers is, no, you have to do it on the Poshmark app. You can't do anything outside of the Poshmark app. So now in their spam comment, they are just right off rip telling you, I'll pay on Poshmark. Because they don't really want to have a transaction with you. They want you to email them. They want your email address. And I don't know if I made this clear before, but phishing emails you have to really be aware of. Once upon a time, I worked for a company where one of the higher ups clicked on a phishing email that came into their business email, and scammers ended up taking over and hacking all kinds of files and held them for ransom. And the company I worked for had no choice but to pay the ransom to get these files back. And that was literally what they were advised to do by a security company. And they were like, look, there's nothing you can do. You have to just, if you want these files back, you have to pay. So it's very important not to contact anyone outside of Poshmark ever, 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 ever. I don't care if they just want photos, if they just want more words from you in a description, if there's, it's just, yeah. And it's so annoying because one of these comments that I actually took a screenshot of, I looked at it today and I flagged this account as scam, harassment, transaction off Poshmark, and I commented on every single one of their listings saying that they were a spam account, a hacked account, blah, 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 trying to take your money, and their account is still active. And other people had started commenting, you know, other people that they clearly had tried to scam had started commenting under my comments the same thing, scam account, scammer, and Poshmark still hadn't taken the account down. Like, why is it my job to protect people on the Poshmark app? Anyway, moving on. I would love in the comments below recommendations for cross-listing platforms. I am having issues with the one I'm currently using. It just seems like they are always having technical errors, and I cannot work like that. I cannot be sitting down to work and then the program I'm paying for not work consistently. I can't have that. So if you guys have any recommendations for any cross-listing platforms that you have used yourself and like and would recommend, please let me know in the comments below. I'm looking for recommendations. Please, please, please. Anyway, I'm still waiting to hear from ThredUp about the direct selling, the peer-to-peer selling. I have not heard anything, have not gotten an email that was like, oh, you're on the list. No, when I go check on the page still, it still says, you know, thanks, you're on the wait list. Thanks for your feedback, something like that. So still waiting to hear from them about that. So that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this What Sold video, you should check out this playlist that I made just for you. And as always, if you took the time to watch and spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on the way out, that would be awesome. See you next time, friends. Bye.